Hello everyone, this is Diane, and I decided that today would be the day for me to finish up this box of homemade ephemera, my storage container for homemade ephemera, and get it filled. I had started it, and I even made a video, but I'll probably delete that video and post this one instead, because now I think I have everything finalized as to the box arrangement. So if you didn't see the previous video, this is for storing my homemade ephemera, and as I started sorting it out and arranging it, I realized I had a lot more than I thought I did. So we had to have a little change in plan. So I had this cigar box that it's an antique cigar box that someone had altered and made little dividers in there to store their receipts, and they dated from the late 1800s. I got that box full of receipts at a flea market, which was pretty exciting. And then here I have a 12 by 13, I think it is, size box, and this came from Amazon. I just cut the flaps off of it and covered it with scrapbook paper. And now I am just cutting up all kinds of boxes and fitting them in here. So I decided that this box has to be separate. It takes up too much room, and so this will still hold my little ephemera pieces, and this has my little box of wax seals, which I do want to make more of those, so that might end up going they might end up going into a bigger box. I don't know, but for now that's where they are. So all my little pieces of handmade ephemera are in here, and I just have to find a place to store that box that's handy to get to. So let's talk about how I'm going to arrange the boxes in here. Some of the boxes are covered because I had already started arranging them and then realized I needed different boxes for some of them. And I already started filling them, really. So let me take stuff out of them, because I started making a different video where I was filling my boxes and then realized it just wasn't working. So I think, yeah, these are the top and the bottom of a microwave popcorn box. And I just covered them, excuse me, with scrapbook paper. And here I have another popcorn box, and I think that was here. And I found this in my pantry, Ziploc 25 storage quart slider, in case you wanted to know what to look for if you need that size. Let me adjust that a little bit. Hopefully that's better. So this is a good size, and it fits the length that I needed right here. I have another microwave popcorn box, part of it right there. And I found this, I took this out of my cupboard. It's a Pillsbury hot roll mix, and I haven't used one of these in years. We used to make pizza dough and homemade rolls with this mix when I was a teen at home. And I saw that on the counter at the store, and on the shelves at the store, and I thought, well, I could try that for, I make my own homemade rolls, but we're going to try that one day. So I took the stuff out of it. I made a copy of the instructions, and it's back in my pantry. I better use it pretty soon. And then I have all these little spaces here. So I had this little box that came with a hot cocoa set that I got for Christmas, and this had the chocolate sprinkles, and that just fits great right here. And these boxes contained the flavoring bottles for the cream candies that I made at Christmas time. I had saved these boxes because I thought they would be cute to use in a junky junk journal. So I'm just thinking, there's a little room right there, and I might have another box, because I don't remember. Yeah, that's almond and butter, and I bought lemon this year too. Some of the flavors I didn't have to buy new. sorry, this is a noisy bag. I have a big shopping bag here full of stuff I've been dropping in here to make a junky junk journal with. Hoping my lemon box is in here, but I probably threw that one away. Yeah, I don't see it right off the bat, so we're just going to have an empty space until I get another one of those boxes, I guess. So let's talk about what we're going to put where. I had organized everything on my desk here for that other video, and then started sorting it into the boxes. So let's just talk about the categories that I have. So these are little envelopes, like just little decorated envelopes. So I was putting them in this little chocolate sprinkle box, and I will cover these. I covered a couple of them. Once I have some of this stuff picked up, I will cover one on camera so you can see how I do it. But I want to make sure these things don't get messed up. And this bundle here is pockets and tuck spots. Now I may be able to separate them now that I have more containers in here. But I had decided when I was doing it before that I would have to put the pockets and tuck spots into one space. I like that one. I can't wait to use it. She came out of an old magazine and I glued her onto some file folder. And I think I'll put the pockets and tuck spots right there. And I may divide them into separate categories, you know, pockets in one, tuck spots in another. I have library pockets here. Some are library pockets that I decorated and some I made. Some are just, you know, library style pockets. Oh, those are envelopes. Okay, so did I put them? Yeah, I think I put them together because I didn't have a lot of the library pockets. I'm going to put the library pockets in this Pillsbury hot roll mix box. This one is just barely fits. That's a pretty wide pocket, so that might, if I made them any wider than that, it would have to go in a different box. And then these are decorated envelopes, and I don't use them as much as I use tags and journaling cards, so I'll put that in the back. These are booklets, so I had a category of booklets. Let's see, and folders. So this, I didn't make this one, somebody made this for me, but it opens up. And I guess I put it with the booklets because it has a booklet style. But these are actual little booklets that I made. I think having everything organized like this is going to help me to use them better. So they're a little bit small for that. Let me see if they should go in this. There's plenty of space in here. I'll put little booklets in there. And then these are, yeah, that's a booklet. Celeste made that for me. That's a folder. Folder. I think these are all folders. I'm going to put the booklets and the folders in the same box for now. Now these little booklets I made with leftover strips of paper for the covers and for the insides, and it's a really great way to use up strips. So I had those in the side of that because there was room, but now I have these little boxes and that's perfect for these, and it'll be easy to find them. And then I have, let's see, these are, oh, don't ruin it. These are folders, so I'm going to put them in there with the folders. Now I have tags. Look at all of these. Are these all tags? Oh, journal cards. Journal cards and tags. I didn't have room for them when I was putting this box in order the first time and realized I had to do something different. So some of these journal cards could also be pockets or tuck spots. But I'm going to put the journal cards in here because I think tags is what I have the most of. Now, these open up like the folders do, but I put them in the journal card category. You would just arrange things however it would work best in your brain. I think in the other video that I did, that I'm not going to publish, I showed you some of these that I made with, because I did a session making cards and things with scraps, and I wanted to show you what I had finished. Well, that's just a piece of paper glued to file folder. So I had just finished some more cards out of things that were in that box that I had started. I just wanted you to see that I had done some more. And I think all the rest are tags. So this is the biggest box, and it will contain the tags. Oh, we've got some little tags, so they'll go in my little box. And aren't they cute? They'll go in there. And then smaller tags that are going to stay in here, I will keep in the front so they don't get lost. This is a nice tall tag, so she'll go in the back. I think these might be pockets. I put them with the pockets. Where'd the pockets go? Over here. Some tall tags here. Put them in the back. Okay, they're pretty good. A few shorter ones there. Oh, and I've got a lot more here. So some of the tags aren't really what you call tag shape. Sometimes I just take a piece and round the corners, or I leave it square. But I use it as a tag, so it will be in with the tags. It's another little one. Some of these just came from, in my Happy Mail from Virginia, from her daughter. Oh, these are what I wanted to show you that I showed in the other video that I'm not going to publish. After I had done the scrapistry with making things like that, I spent the next day, sometime the next day, just taking a piece of cardstock. This is parchment paper that was a scrap, and craft paper. It's actually craft cardstock, and then I just collaged a whole bunch of stuff onto them and then cut them into tags and pockets. So I can make tags, round the corners, whatever I want to do with them when it's time to use them. But look at all these tags. That's a lot of tags. There's another little one. I think it's big enough to stay in this box though. So there we go. It looks like the only empty space I have is right here. And one of these boxes will fit in there when I get one. And there is space in these for more. I guess I'll leave the pockets and tuck spots all in one because there's not another empty space for them. And if I make library pockets that are too wide for this box, there is, well, actually, I can just put this right behind it because there is a little bit of space right there, so I could have a slightly wider box. So there we go. Now I'm going to empty this and, whoops. What does that go on? I guess that will go in with the journaling cards, but it's going to go in my little box. So I just took all the journaling cards out of this box so I can show you how I covered. It's pretty simple. This is 3 1/4, and I want it to be a little bit taller, so I'm going to cut it at a little over 3 1/2 because I want a big enough piece that I can fold it down and glue it easily. And I'm not being really precise and precious about it because it's just for me. I just want it to look a little bit pretty. So I'm cutting 3 1/4 inches in height. I'm using a variety of scrapbook papers, but they're all in kind of like the same color family. So I got, whoops, 3 strips out of one 12 by 12 piece of paper. So now, I don't want to get glue on my mat. This is sitting right here, so I'll use that. I took my boxes and I put them next to this box and just took a Sharpie and drew a line and then cut around. And it's not even cut straight. And I just don't care because it's just my box for storage. If you want to be precise about it, that looks a little better. That was really wonky. If you want to be precise about it, by all means, do that. I just didn't want to spend a lot of time on it. I should have filled my glue bottle. So I'm just putting glue on this whole strip. I measured the height, but I'm leaving the length, or the width, I suppose, because it goes along the width of the box. I'm leaving that just as it is. And so the corners will get covered, so that the corners will get covered. I will start on partway on one side and then go around the corner. Guess I'll start on the big side first and then fold it around. And fold it around. That glue dries really fast. So this was a nice wide piece of paper and not a really wide box, so it wrapped all around two sides and partly around that one. Just press it down. And I'm going to glue this just to make sure this stays put. Press that. And before I put the next strip of paper on it, I'm gonna just fold this down. I'm not even, like the first time I did it, I cut that, but I'm not even gonna do that. It will just fold in. So you can see as you fold it, it just folds itself. You tuck it in there. And you might have to hold it a bit. The glue dries fast, so it won't take long. Then I'll take another piece. I may have to cut this one. I'm sure it's too big for covering the rest of the box. And I'm not even covering the bottom. So then I'll start here. So that way I'm not ending or starting on the corner. And right there is all I need. If you want to leave your boxes as they are, that could be a fun look. I think popcorn boxes look fun. It could just be utilitarian and you don't have to try to make it look pretty. I didn't line the stripes up. You could try to do that if you want to. So that box is complete. Ready to fold its ephemera. There's enough space here that I can take smaller pieces or narrower pieces and put them here and have more storage space. I don't know if I have any narrow enough for that, but I know I do. There's one. So you can do that to use up all your space, but there's still room to spare in this. So I have to do the roll box and the Ziploc box and the other popcorn box. And if I want to, I can do these. But I kind of like these the way they are. So I don't even know if I will, if I will cover them. And then my box is ready. Isn't that fun? And I'm excited that I have my ephemera organized and I know where things are. I'll lift you up a little bit. Oh, sorry. It's probably making a lot of noise. Lots of space. That does not mean I need to make more ephemera. I still want to use what I have. But I think this is good because I don't even have anything in this little box yet, but I'm sure I'll find something to go in there. This is good because I forgot what I was going to say. Everything's organized, of course, and I don't know. I forgot what I was going to say, but it is good because something. So I'm excited about it. Everything is facing me except the pockets are facing into the box. You know, all these things on this side are facing in, but that's okay because you could adhere these to the box so that they stay right where they belong, but I want to be able to take the box out and look through it, so I'm not going to glue it down. So if I want to look at something, look for journal cards, I just pull this right out and I can look through it. So tell me what you think about this project, and does it look like something you would like to try making for yourself? I hope you enjoyed it, And you'll probably be seeing me pull these little boxes out and look through them as I'm making journals. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have a creative day today. Bye-bye.